Y'all ready to learn about social media? Y'all ready to be social media savvy? Okay. All right. So the first thing, oh, and as I go along, you guys go ahead and give me your other questions in the comments below. Let me know if the light is good and the audio is good. I know in my previous one, I was struggling with the light. It was like I was in a cave, and so I'm out of the cave, as you can see, with a ring light right here. So please, so tell me if it ever gets dim for you, or if the audio gets too loud or too much, or if I'm yelling in it. I have this Yeti microphone right here, and so it picks up a lot of stuff. So just let me know if it gets to be a little bit too much. And if you guys stay till the end of this live stream, I do have a quick surprise for my brand noobs out there. So let's just get started. The first question that I seen from the group was, how in the heck do I target and engage with the right audience? And that is, I always wanted to start with that one first, because you always want to know who you're targeting before you're just posting on social media. Because when you're posting on social media without, a strategy, or even like knowing who you're talking to, you're no different than, some teenager playing on social media, right? And so our goal here is to post with intention all the time, and to identify our ideal customer. That's going to be something that I talk about all the time. When you post on social media, it should be like you're talking to your best friend. And so I'm going to kind of read off a few ways for you to find your ideal customer. If you guys have some paper, write down these notes, because I'm about to be dropping some gems, okay? So whenever you want to find your ideal customer, look at your customers that you are getting money from now, and finding out like what that trend is. So like, what is their age? What kind of products do they buy on a regular basis? And what are the problems that they have that your business can solve already? So the problem is not that you have this amazing product, it's that day-to-day thing. Like, what is that feeling that they have, and that you can solve for them? So let's just say, for an example, if I am a fitness trainer, or if I'm in like the health and wellness industry, the problem that I want to solve for my customer is confidence. I want to find ways to build their confidence. It's not that I have training programs available for them to help them tone their body. that is the product. You want to sell them on like the why and the emotion behind like your business. Okay. Now let me know if I'm making sense too. Let me just make sure the comments are. Okay, perfect. So light audio is good. Okay, perfect. So what I want to do, so I also wanted to mention that when you connect with them on an emotional basis, you start speaking their language. And so another thing that you also want to do is find out who they're, what kind of pages and content are they liking, and are they already engaging with? And also, what are they searching for online right now, and how do they consume the content? If you write down all of that, you kind of start building this entire profile of this person that is your ideal customer. And you use that profile, and you just use it to filter out all of the content that you're planning. So for example, if you're writing a blog post in the future, or if you're sharing a simple Instagram live stream or an Instagram story, you want to ask yourself, is it something that your ideal customer will like? And if it is, you post it, and if not, you don't. I like to go as far as to like make it an actual person, where I give it a name, I give it a job, I write down like what are those like quirky habits that they may have, what are the things that they value the most in work and in life, because that really helps me kind of know. Because I mean, think about your best friend. You know all the things about your best friend, even some things that you probably shouldn't know about them. But you want to get on that level with your ideal customer, because that way it becomes so easy for you to want to post for them, or know what to post for social media. And so hopefully, now let me know if that answers that question on how you should target customers. And so you target them by first first identifying who that person is. And the idea is to not target everyone. You want to target just that one person. When you get as niche as possible, you start knowing exactly what they're thinking and exactly what they want to what they want to know about. Okay. All right, I'm going to move on. And so number 2 is, what can I do to stay consistent with my posting? Consistency is so key. It's so important for you to want to, just show up every day, every week, through any way, whatever that means. Now, I'm not saying being consistent is posting on social media every single day, like making an actual Instagram post every single day. Is showing up in whichever way that your customer likes it. So if you have an Instagram channel and a Facebook page, maybe you're going live on Monday and then you're engaging with the comments later on in the day, and then maybe you're following up for the rest of the week. There are some pages out there that do very well by just doing Facebook Live just one day a week, and then just engaging with all of the comments in the sections. So I also wanted to mention that it's so important for you to want to plan ahead. The further that you plan, the more of a high view you have whenever you're planning your content. I like to plan content maybe like a month in advance. That way I'll know like what blogs or videos I'm going to be putting out, and what kind of, and where my holes are of where I want to start adding more content. And like another idea is just to take your phone and just take pictures everywhere you go, and just start building some kind of library, whether it's with pictures or quotes or any other types of content that you can create on the regular basis. That way you have a whole library. So the answer to really being consistent is to just make a library so that you don't have to worry about what to post day to day. You already have a schedule right there so that you can just, schedule it out. Now, if the problem that you have is not, generating content, but actually having the time to schedule it out, there are a ton of resources that you can use that will automatically schedule your posts, like Sprout Social, Hootsuite, Later for Instagram, or the simple Facebook, Facebook scheduling inside natively. And with Facebook, all you have to do is just act like you're posting something, and then when you click post, there's a drop down menu that just says schedule. It's totally like that easy. I love these questions coming in. Let me go ahead and answer some of these questions that you guys have and start reading off of my list. How do I get viewers on my lives? Amanda says. So Amanda, what I would suggest for you to do is to start building awareness around your Facebook Lives. And so what I would do is promote it maybe like a few days before. So if you're planning out your content in your social media calendar, and you go live on Wednesdays, so for the whole week next week, you want to kind of like post about the things that you're going to be discussing in the Facebook Live, and maybe even start getting people to sign up for your email list to get them to help them get updates on it. There's also value in Facebook Lives after the fact. So if no one is showing up on the Facebook Live, you're still giving out that really, really good content. And so that content's going to stay there. And so what I would suggest you do is use it and repurpose it. Maybe you are using that Facebook Live inside a blog post, or maybe you want to put a few ads behind it. Maybe spending something as little as $5 to reach your initial your initial followers can go a long way. Okay, let's see. Autumn's asked, on pictures or videos, which ones are best to start with, or is a mixture the way to go? I am a big fan of both photos and videos on certain platforms like Instagram and Facebook. Video really has the priority there, especially live video. Live video is going to be ranking more. There are really good forms of content. It's just how much of it can you do? And so what I would do is maybe trying out going live on Facebook, maybe on once a week, and live on Instagram once a week, and see how your engagement is going, and then also fill in some of your other content with photos along the way. So also keep in mind what works for your own pages and your own ideal customer. Everyone's audience is a little bit different, and so I can say that video does well because Facebook and Instagram are going to be ranking that higher. Now, that's not just, so I'm not saying that you should just do video every day and just forget about photo. Really do a good mix. There is not a formula, just whatever works best for your audience. So if you are going to give someone a really, really cool and free resource, I will suggest you do it in a video and share it as a photo and do an Instagram story, and then maybe even do a live to promote it even further. And so I think the question should be, how can you repurpose content a little bit more so that you don't have to try as hard to accommodate the algorithm. You just want to worry more about your ideal customer and how they receive the information. There's this theory where it takes 7 times for someone to buy something from you. So, 7 touch points for someone to buy something from you. And so if you can find a way to repurpose your content, you're starting to work smarter and not harder. You don't have to always create the same kind of content. You want to try to create evergreen content. That way, maybe you post it as a video on one day, and then 3 weeks from now you share it as a photo, and then you kind of follow back up with it with a Facebook or Instagram live, and you just did you did the work one time, and now you're just really spending time on just promoting it. Okay. So Crystal says, do you think posting through Hootsuite, SendShare, etc. is better than posting each post individually? So I would rather do post natively, at least on Facebook. I am a big fan of just using the Facebook scheduling natively. There are tools like Hootsuite with Twitter is great for that. I would even use Hootsuite for Instagram and maybe Pinterest. I think they have a Pinterest API as well. I think so I am very superstitious, and Facebook hasn't said that your engagement goes down if you post through some kind of like bot or some kind of third-party tool. But I don't know. I think if it's a free social media platform like Hootsuite, where it says in the post, like posted from Hootsuite, I think it kind of affects your engagement, and maybe it's not from Facebook, maybe it's from the actual people seeing that post, because they know that it's not you really posting it in real time. So that's kind of why I kind of stray away from it. If you do use a posting platform, I would recommend you actually pay for one and not use the free ones, because when you use the free ones, it says it gives credit to them, and so it says post it with Meet Edgar or post it through Recur Post. It gives you that detail, and I think sometimes that throws off the viewer on okay, this is just some bot, or this is just some robotic thing that this business owner has to do to get my money.